Good day and welcome to learning exercise 5.1.2.3. In this unit, we're looking at how to translate a graph reflection about the x and y axis, and now we consider it transitional. Now, reflection looks like an image you would see in a mirror, meaning we flip it around. So reflection about the x-axis, first one we need to know my x and y coordinates would tend to become x and negative y. So reflection in the x-axis, my positive y would become negative y. So to give you an example, they have y equal x squared plus 1. See that graph? And here I have y equal negative x squared minus 1. So what happened? Reflection in the x-axis, I took that graph and I flipped it over to there. Alright? So you see there, the x value there is still the same, or my y value there went from positive to negative, and my x values are still at the same place. Right? Hope you follow. If I say reflection about the y-axis, then xy tends to negative x and y. So y-axis, x value changes sign. So if you look here, if I had an arrow pointing to the right, 5 and 6, if I reflect this, I hope you can see, I reflect it over and how it looks across the y-axis. So 5 must then become negative 5. So the y values here stays the same point. My x value there and my x value there simply change sign. And that is referred to as reflection about the x-axis. Continue practicing, continue giving your best. Right? Now, let's look at it in a real situation as you were given in exam. You can say determine a new equation g of x if f of x equal x squared plus 2x minus 3. It's reflected about the y-axis. So when I reflect about the y-axis, my x value must become negative. So I can say g of x will then equal f of negative x. Instead of x, it becomes negative x. So wherever I see a x, I'm going to put in negative x. So negative x squared plus 2 times negative x minus 3 equal x squared minus 2x minus 3. But 2, determine new coordinates if minus 5 and 6 is reflected about the y-axis. So that coordinate is reflected about the y-axis. X value must change. So I can say minus 5 and 6 would tend to negative 5 and 6. So my new coordinates, negative times negative, positive 5 and 6. Right, number 3. Determine a new equation, hx or h of x, if f of x equal negative x squared plus 9. And this is reflected about the x-axis. So reflection about the x-axis, my y value becomes negative. Remember, f of x stands for y. So h of x equal negative f of x. So that becomes minus, and I put negative x squared plus 9 in brackets. Negative times negative becomes positive. Negative times positive becomes negative 9. So there's my new equation. Determine the new coordinates if 3 and 2 is reflected about the x-axis. So we need to know reflection about the x-axis, y value changes. So 3 and 2 tends to 3 and negative 2. So my new coordinate is 3 and negative 2. Hope you understand. All the best. That's all the ways we want to ask you at reflection, x and y axis. Continue practicing, apply it to the other problems. Any problem you have, don't be scared to ask. We are here to help. God bless, all the best.